measurement, we're gonna test the participant's flexibility in the shoulder. And what I'm gonna have you do is open up your palm and really slowly, I'm gonna have you raise this up as far back as you can. But what we're gonna have you do is move this pillow because it is gonna get in the way of your shoulder. Okay, so go ahead and raise it really quick. We're not gonna test it yet. Perfect, and go ahead and bring it down. Alrighty, so I'm gonna have you go ahead and raise it. Alrighty, 160. Perfect, bring it back down. Alright, we're gonna test it one more time just to make sure. So straight your arm. Alrighty, and go ahead. Alrighty, I think 162 this time. Alrighty, go and bring it back down. Now we're gonna test the participant's flexibility using her right shoulder, and we're gonna do shoulder flexion. Alrighty, it's the same thing that we did on your left arm. You're going to palm in and raise your arm back as far as you possibly can. Okay? It'll be 173. Bring it back down. Alrighty. And we're gonna do it one more time. Ready? Go ahead. Okay, we're gonna do it one more time because that was a little bit off. That's probably doing something wrong. Alrighty, and one more time. Go ahead. Okay, that's more accurate. 165. Perfect. Okay, so now we're gonna test the participant's flexibility in her elbow, basically just with her performing elbow flexion. So what I'm gonna have you do in this one is basically just bend your elbow as far back as you can and just keep it there, okay? Alrighty, so go ahead whenever you can. Alrighty, just hold it. Alrighty, we have a 43-degree angle. Alright, bring it back down. Alrighty, we're gonna do it one more time. Alright. Alrighty, and we got 41 degrees this time. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same thing. Check the participant's elbow flexibility, this time on her left arm. Again, we're gonna do elbow flexion. So same thing, you're just gonna bring your elbow as far back as you can, okay? Alrighty. Whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and go. Alright, this one is also gonna be 43 degrees. So now we're gonna test the participant's hip flexibility using hip flexion. So what I'm gonna have you do for this one is bend your knee. Alrighty, and what I'm gonna have you do is basically just bring it back as far back as you can. Okay? Alright, so go ahead and put it down. Alrighty, and whenever you're ready, bring your knee to your chest. Alrighty, and hold. Alrighty, and that's gonna be 96 degrees. Alrighty, we're gonna do it one more time. Alrighty, and once again, bring your knee to your chest. And 95 degrees. We're gonna test the participant's hip flexibility on her right side. So we're gonna do the same thing. Basically, you're gonna bring your knee to your chest as far back as you can, okay? Just give me 1 second. Alright, so whenever you're ready, go ahead and bring it. Alrighty. And that is going to be 88 degrees. So now what we're going to do is we're going to test the participant's knee flexibility, and in order to do that we're going to basically just do a knee flexion, and right now we're going to test the participant's right knee. One important thing to note is that the participant does suffer from a knee injury, so we will notice that there is a significant difference between the flexibility in this knee and her left knee. So we're going to go ahead and test her right knee first. Alrighty. Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do is basically bring your foot as far back to your glutes as you can, okay? Just like that. Alrighty, so go ahead, do it. Alrighty, and just hold it there. Alrighty. And we have a 61-degree flexion. Alright, bring it back down. Alrighty, and I do want to test it one more time just to make sure I got the right measurements. Good. Alright, 60 degrees. Perfect. So now we're going to test the participant's flexibility on her left knee. And like I said, we will see a significant difference just because she does suffer from a knee injury on her right leg. So I'm going to have you go ahead and basically do the same thing. So you're going to bring it up like so. And bring it down. Alright, so give me 1 second. Alrighty, go ahead and bring it. Alrighty. And it's going to be 70 degrees. Alrighty, and we're going to test it one more time. Go ahead. Yep, 70 degrees. So now we're going to test the participant's flexibility on her left ankle. So we're going to do the same thing. Just give me 1 second to adjust this. Alrighty, so I'm going to have you do the same thing. So point your toes out. 150 degrees. Bring it back. Alright, and then go ahead and do it one more time. 150 degrees. Perfect. Alright, and now what I'm going to have you do, you can relax it, is you're going to bring your toes in. Alrighty, go ahead and bring your toes in. Alrighty, it's going to be at an 88 degree angle. Perfect. So now we're going to test the participant's flexibility on her left ankle. So we're going to do the same thing. Just give me 1 second to adjust this. Alrighty, so I'm going to have you do the same thing. So point your toes out. 150 degrees. Bring it back. Alright, and then go ahead and do it one more time. 150 degrees. Perfect. Alright, and now what I'm going to have you do, you can relax it, is you're going to bring your toes in. Alrighty, go ahead and bring your toes in. Alrighty, it's going to be at an 88 degree angle. Continuing our testing our participant's flexibility, we're going to have her perform a sit and reach test. Currently, her heels of her feet are measured at 15 inches of the yardstick. And so what I'm going to have you do is put your dominant hand over your non-dominant hand, like so. And then I'm gonna have you try and bend over, and not yet, bend over and reach as far as you can on the yardstick. And if it helps with every deep breath you take, every time you exhale, you can try to inch yourself a little bit forward. And then when you can't feel like you can't go anymore, just go ahead and hold your position for a few seconds, okay? All right, so whenever you're ready, go ahead and go. Alrighty, 14 inches. All right, now we're gonna do her sit and reach flexibility test just one more time. So same thing, go ahead and go. Alrighty, 13 and a half.